Hey guys, welcome back to Virtual Playground TV, and welcome to episode 3 of Transport Fever 2. We're currently riding down the riverside on we're riding the train, on our latest engine. He's bringing logs all the way from the southern end of our railroad empire, all the way up north. And I say empire even though we only have literally 3 or 4 trains on it. But anyways, what we're going to do on episode 3 is probably go ahead and work on this food line up here. I do want to work more on our log and plank line because as you can see, we actually have about 48 planks ready to go. Really no logs to speak of, but we have, well, I call it 49 planks ready to go back down south. So that's good. But I do want to work on this food line to help get our food processing, leveled up to level 3. And to do so, I think we're going to have to just go ahead and do it. I keep talking about it and I keep putting it off. But the best way to go about this, I believe, is just go ahead and mirror this track right here. And we're just going to follow it through, loop around the farm like we talked about on the last couple episodes, and just cut down this way, skirt the oil well right here, and then hop the road and kind of mirror this line. And this line here is the one that's bringing our logs north and south. So anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and just do that real quick. Let's go ahead and we're going to have to configure this line and add another track to it. Just extend it on out. And doing so, we're also going to have to add platforms. So that way we can actually access and use the second track. And I didn't realize how much of a hill this was right here, but oh well, it is what it is, I suppose. Let's go ahead and get our tracks ready, and we're just gonna follow it on through. I mean, I would kind of merge it in and use the other line as well and just use a big shared track, but I think the idea that I have is this line already is going to share tracks with a grain train, the food train, as well as an oil train, all on the same line right here. So yeah, I think it'd just be a little bit too much of a hassle to just try to put all 5 different trains on one track, especially when one's just going back and forth with grain as a local shunt train, basically. Anyways, yeah, we'll just kind of just keep going on up. And then how close can we get this curve? Oh, we can follow that right on the side of the farm. Okay, that's cool. So just kind of put a track right here. Something like that, or can I come in a little bit? Yeah, that's deleting it. There we go. So yeah, I think we can do that. And literally just have this track just hug that farm. That's max speed, so it's perfect right there. And that means we also don't have to really climb the hill anymore, because this is the first hilly map I've played on. So I'm just trying to be as careful as I can with hill placement and stuff like that. Just try to make sure we don't have to climb too much gradient. Alright, so the next thing we're going to have to do, speaking of gradient, I'm going to have to actually cut into it a little bit. Let's turn on the... Okay, yeah. It's not too bad, I guess. But yeah, you can see a little bit of gradient change here and there. But yeah, as long as we stay within this section between this dark line and this one, we should be fine. And this should take us... How far is it going to take us? There's a little bit of a hill here. And it gets all weird right here. Yeah, so we're going to have to still climb some stuff. Yeah, right here we're going to have to come straight through this way. And oh, there goes our lumber train going that way. We're going to have to come through this way. And then it's going to be the best way through here. I mean, I guess we could kind of curve around and come up around this side to give us a narrow or a shallow angle up this hill right here. Just kind of come across. So we have like an S curve. Or would it be better to just shoot straight across? Because it's not very steep an elevation gain like it is right here. You can see the lines are closer together. So that's a really steep elevation gain. These lines are further apart, so that's real shallow. So we'll probably just go straight across the road then. And that'll also help our track be as efficient as possible. Be a nice and short, you know, not wasting excess track that we don't need to waste. Just kind of keep following this little curve right here. Then we're going to cross the track, cross the road right about in this area right here, I suppose. That doesn't look too bad, but it does have a little speed change right there. So what if we, yeah, we just go like that, I guess. Then we could always turn the direction on the other side right here. Yeah, something like that. And it does want to make a tunnel. We do have money now, so I guess we could put a tunnel in there and kind of bypass the hill altogether, which is actually pretty nice, to be honest. So let's see here. It's not even that crazy of a tunnel. It's just a little short thing, but that does make it so we don't have to climb that steep hill. Okay, so we turn off the topography. I know that kind of hurts people's eyes. It's kind of weird to look at for a while, but yeah, just do that. Got that little hill right there. Kind of cut across, like I said, skim the oil well right here. And topography, kind of keep it along with it. Something like that, and then just kind of cut across and merge in that way, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's about the best we can do. Kind of. Now we don't want to merge onto the line. There you go. Yeah, we can do something like that right there, and it just kind of meets up with it. And we just follow this line all the way into Phoenix. Yeah, just follow it all the way in, and that'll be our food delivery line. Now, let's see here. Where did that track go? I'm blind. Oh, it's way over here. Okay. That's cool. It gave us space when we made the bridge for a second track already. That just worked out perfect. Alright, so I think what we're going to have to do is delete this little crossover track right here, just so that way we can attach this to there. Okay. And then there is a crossover track on this side anyways for the engines to come in and out. So I think that's good to go there. But we're just going to use a single engine for now just to see how things go with it. But yeah, it's going to go up this way. It's going to cut across, come up the hill. And yeah, the hill's not too steep, I don't think. I mean, there's a little bit of a gradient here and there. Not having to go up this hill really helped. And then it just kind of curves around. Cuts in the hills a little bit. Cuts over that road. I really like how this turned out. It just skims the farmland right there. And then it comes into this station, which we're not going to really use. We're just going to bypass it completely. And then just through the little mountain pass. And then into the back side of our food processing facility. Yeah, I don't think I could have asked for a better route than that. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. We're going to need another engine. And this engine, we're going to keep it probably small for now. We're just going to need a general because he's the stronger of the two that we have right now. And we're just going to add, how many can we do anyways? 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We could do 12. So maybe to start with, we'll just do 6, just see what the food's like. So take it down to 42 capacity. And yeah, we'll just go ahead, like I said, and he's going to go from this station here. And he's going to go all the way up to our food processing facility in Anaheim. Now, if everything's working right, okay, yeah, Phoenix has already got some food. It's 11, 12, 13. It's growing pretty dang quick. I don't really see any food building up right here. Okay, no, here it comes. It took a while, but now they're getting it onto the line. The customers, consumers, I guess was just seeing how much they needed. They needed a total of 33, and now they can actually start producing the food on this line. Okay, so it's going to take a while to get that situated and all figured out, whatnot. All right, here's our boxcar going up. And then we're going to have to see if this line's, profitable or not. And if it is, just doing a one-way trip, that's all we need. We don't need to worry about nothing else. But if we need help, if we need to bring something else back besides food, so if we need to bring something up, whether it be grain or something else, we can always do that too later on. So we can keep it like a half car of food and a half car of grain, just so it's half loaded both ways. Or half train, I don't know why I keep saying car, but a half train up and a half train down. Might not be the best thing to do, but at least it'll be something, heading both directions, I guess is what I'm saying. All right, now we're at the farm. Kind of curious when we get there how much food we're actually going to have to haul back. Is it just going to be a couple, or is it going to be, the full 33, 60? I'm not sure how many we're going to have. And look at that, we just got the Baldwin class engine. So once we start doing stuff, we can actually start running the Baldwin everywhere. It's about double the capacity of the General, which is what I'm using now. The Baldwin would definitely make life a lot easier. We just got to watch out for how much product we run. For the logging train, it'd be really nice. We could just, load a train up all the way, and he'll be making double the money basically there, and basically bringing a full current train of lumber back. So that could be nice. But if we use a Baldwin on, for example, the grain trains, we might be running that farm, running it dry. And then we have to have our engine sitting and waiting to be filled up again. But anyway, so how much food's waiting on? 31 units. How much can we carry? 42 units. So okay, it's not bad. What are you waiting on? Waiting for a free path. Oh, I bet you that engine down on the bottom has them blocked up. Yeah, so we need to put a signal down here somewhere. Yeah, just put it here for now. Yeah, we put another signal. Probably that area. Yeah, that should work for now. Yeah, there's some mountains right there. The rock faces, those are nice. Just the detail this game has. I think I see that pretty much every episode. Every time I'm looking at it, it's like, man, detail. Alright, now we're merged with the other track again. And there's the logging train, the lumber train right behind us. It's got 29 logs, or 29 tons of lumber on them right now. I'm kind of curious to see how much money this guy's going to bring in. And then to see also if we need to increase the number of boxcars on this engine. Alright, so there goes the logging train he just pulled out of the station. Let's drop off some food. For 700,000. Let's hop over real quick to the food processing facility. See what kind of food is waiting on the train now. 54 units, okay. So we should actually... Suppliers. Okay, so it's shipping 200 units of food to both areas. To Portland and Anaheim. I think that's what that's saying. Oh no, that's supplier consumer. Okay, there we go. That's what I'm looking at. Anaheim 74, 33. We got 59 on the track right now. So managed vehicle, we're gonna add a few cars to them. 63, we'll go 70, I guess. 84. You know, stick with 70 for now. And if you need to, you know, get any longer, we can always do that. But I don't want to go too big and just have more maintenance costs that we don't need to deal with. Fully loaded with 70 tons. How much food is Phoenix receiving? How many vehicles on that track? Not that many, right? Yeah, no, there's not that many vehicles here, but I don't really think it's super needed. Maybe we can add one more for now. Anyways, yeah, we'll let that train run for a while. Let him do his own thing. We got 17 million in the bank. Let's go ahead and try to get our oil line up and running. Because, yeah, he's going to have to come out, get his own station set up. He might be able to put it right here, actually, next to the track already. Then he's got to share the same track with the food train for a while. Then from there, yeah, then he'll have to split off up here somewhere and deliver the oil itself right in this area. So let's go ahead and put a station down to see what that's going to look like. That'll be a terminus station more likely. Oh crap, that's an ugly hill. Yeah, maybe I'll just go ahead and put them in. That's gonna be a one-track thing anyway. It's not gonna be huge. Just trying to find a flat enough area to actually set this. That's what the issue is going to be, it looks like. Let's go ahead and put a road around this oil refinery. There we go. And now let's see if we can actually put a station attached in here somewhere. If we could put it like in about that area right there, that doesn't look too bad. And now we just need a road to connect to that. So let's go here. Just kind of connect it in. Kind of like that, I guess. And that's going to connect the oil directly into the refinery. Now the issue is going to be is to get this track to kind of merge in with this line. So it's going to be a steep little hill right here. Let's see. Maybe we can... Yeah, putting a little bridge right there is actually a little bit cheaper. Then we can kind of have it slowly work its way down to the track instead of just all at once. Yeah, I don't like this cutout, but it is what it is. Another little bridge right there. Yeah, something like that should work, I guess. Two little bridges connecting the whole thing. I think if we... I'm going to mess it up, probably. If I delete this whole thing, then add a bridge between it. Yeah, it's still going to do the same thing, ain't it? Yeah. I can't make that whole thing a bridge. That's going to go feed the oil refinery. Then from the oil refinery, it's got to split off again over here somewhere to the chemical plant. So let's see how we're going to do this track. So if I do this, it's going to be kind of a pain. If I go in the back end of it over this way, it's not so bad, I guess. We just got to see if we can do a track that loops around that kind of an angle. So let's go ahead and do that, I guess. See if we can loop a track around to face that way. Oh yeah, we can. It's just gonna be a slow train. Or I guess what we can do is we can put a siding track outside the tunnel. Or not a siding track, but a track for this guy so he comes out the tunnel. So he's going to be heading back down south, right? And he's coming in with the oil and heading out with plastic. If he does that. Yeah, let's see here. We can add a track like this. Use that track to curve off of. Which we can do. So okay, now get the terminus building, so we have to build a road off the station like before. So I have to come this way. All the way up with it. Okay. Now get the terminus station set up. About like that. That's perfect. Now it's going to go straight into the chemical plant. And now let's get the track set up. Oh, we're actually going to make a tunnel now? What the heck? Didn't expect that. It's kind of cool, I guess. It goes straight into a tunnel. Then we have a track that, from the mouth of the tunnel, curves back on itself. Or would it be better just to do a pass-through station like this? Yeah, then we could just fix that. That might be a little bit nicer looking. Over here messing with all this nonsense. Now, I did like the idea of that curve. I just don't think that curve is really going to work for us. This one here would be a lot easier to deal with, I guess. So let's figure out a good spot for the station. Even if we had to just curve it down like this a little bit. Find a happy middle somewhere. Well, that's not what I wanted. And then we'll go ahead and just build the station. Probably about right there. Let's put the road back. Something like that, I suppose. You know what? We'll just go ahead right here. Yeah, they'll come up into the fuel line right here. Then he'll just come out this way, loop around, and go back. That might be the way to do it. This guy here, he needs a signal. Go that way with it. So that's the exit track right here. How far is the question? Are we going to let this go? Because I don't want to have a train stop on the hill. I don't think I want to have a 3-track all the way down. It's not going to be that busy. We go from here and go, what was it, half a mile I think we were doing? From here. Yeah, it's about to hear the entrance to the farm, I'm guessing. Should be good enough. That's where this train's going to wait. One going up. It's going to wait here at the farm. So put another signal. Right there. Probably do a half a mile from here down. See how far away this is, I guess. So go here. It's a half mile up, look like. Oh, that's not very far at all. It's basically to the end of the of that right there. So I just use this farm as a waypoint kind of thing. So here, there. So now we just got to figure out how we're going to put the track on the actual oil well itself. So let's go here to buildings. Right there looks like a really nice fit, actually. We could just go ahead and probably build a road off the side of the station or the oil well right here and put the track attached to it like that. No, roads, not tracks. Let's go straight roads for this. So go right there. Come across this way. Probably just go straight out with it. Something like that, possibly. Now let's get the station that we want. The road's got to come out a little bit more. And now let's get the station on it. Take right there. And then now the track to go with it. Okay, yeah, we could do something like that right there. Alright, so now we need a signal on this track. Go in that direction. So that oil well should go all the way up, feed the oil refinery, come back with refined oil, go into the plastic factory, chemical plant, loop around, and then come all the way back down again to the oil well. Okay. It's gonna be a general engine, I guess, and it's gonna be a tanker. 12 cars. Or do I want a longer one? I mean, we could always go with the Baldwin. It's 12, so that's 13, 14. I think that's 27 cars. 888 feet long. That's just a long oil car or oil train. You know, we could start off with 12, I guess. 84 capacity. Start off with that, and then if we need to upgrade, we could always add more to it. There he is right here. The Baldwin's a really good looking engine. Like, seriously. A little cattle guard on the front of it. It's got 30, so it's picking up a little bit. 31 out of 84. Probably put a signal right here, to be honest. Alright, he's already got 18 tons of refined oil, so that's cool. Come over a little bridge. Now this train should stop. Yeah, he did. Okay, cool. He's going to use this farm, I guess, as a little siding track kind of deal. Staging so that way they're not stopping on that hill. We just got an American stagecoach. We got another boat, but we're not using boats. We have some carriages, passenger car. Okay. Got a couple upgrades, but nothing super special, nothing really fancy for us right now. Right? Once we type plastics in, this route will become a lot more valuable for us. Just got to figure out which way then we'll be going with the plastic train. How much oil? Oh, a little bit of oil is waiting on us now. Could at least get a full train load, so that's good. Alright. He's off to do his thing. So where are we at now? Phoenix is doing not the best. It's got some food. How much food's waiting on him? Okay, I'll probably double the line of Phoenix. Manage vehicles. We're just gonna go ahead and double that. So it's got 4 delivery vehicles. Okay, so we're going to have another siding somewhere, just so that the trains here don't have to wait so long. So we could either put it in this, probably in the center spot right here. Yeah, I might do that. Put a siding right here for the northbound engines. We have 37 units of oil waiting on us now. So what's the production rate? Still not really that high. Interesting. I mean, it is climbing. So is the shipment rate. And we could manage a vehicle and add more. 189 cars, or 189 capacity, I mean. That's going to be a big train. But that's what they're calling for. Let's just go ahead and do it. It's going to be our biggest engine we have so far. Wow. Make sure he fits in all the sidings. I'm pretty sure he does. That siding's gonna have to get longer, that's for sure. Train's a little bit too long for him. I might also have to add the Baldwin down to our logging train on the river. Not the one picking up the logs from the forest, but the other one down getting our planks made. 56 oil on the track now. So while we're going, waiting on that guy to do his thing, let's find the lumber train down here. Where you at? Way down here, okay. So we might do the same thing with this guy. Manage a vehicle. We're going to put the Baldwin Class 56 on him, and then give him a whole bunch more flat cars. Okay, so he's got a 231 capacity. Oh wow, so that's like a 115 or so capacity for plank. 1,148 feet, so he's going to be longer than stations, I believe. Yeah, because they're only 900 feet, 300 meters. Why not? Let's go ahead and just make a monster train. So far, he's about 1/5 of a mile long. Yeah, everything should be long enough. Might have to change these. Okay, no, he doesn't have a signal on his end. Okay, cool. He's bringing back 49 lumber. That's nice. Oh, our oil train just loaded, and he's fully loaded. 189 tons of fuel. Now he's feeling it now, that's for sure. He has 17 miles an hour. Oh man. He's struggling up this little grade right here. Hopefully he can make it up the mountain pass on the other side. Okay, now let's see, what's this monster train down here doing now? That's not him, that's a food train. Where's our... There he is. So many logs. 231 tons of logs. Oh yeah, he's way longer than the station now. That's fine. Okay, so what's this guy's finances look like? $6.5 million. When before he was only bringing in 2.7, so he has 6.5 million. He over doubled his income. Where are we at here with the oil? Check his revenue, finances. Yeah, 2.7 million. Yeah, he's doing good too. 2.7 million and almost $1 million coming back. Yeah, he's almost leveled up. I mean, little by little he's getting there. Little by little, but he just can't quite keep up. I think I'm going to need another oil well probably and do the same thing with it, because this... Yeah, this well I don't think is going to be able to keep up with 2 trains doing that with that much quantity. I don't think anyways. I have to see what he looks like when he makes it all the way back up to the top. Because how much should he be able to produce? Yeah, 400. I'm not even shipping out half that, it looks like. I'm only doing 173 instead of 200. Or is that just what he needs? Or the production in the plastics factory is at a 83%. So it's actually doing really good. But yeah, I mean, it's creeping forward a little bit, little at a time. So if we just keep on it, sooner or later the oil refinery will get to the next level, which means it can produce even more oil and receive more oil and all that stuff, which would be nice. It just means we'll also have to have a second oil well to provide, or I guess a third, because we do have a small one over there providing stuff, but it's not really high volume. Oh, you can do it, guy. You can do it. 7 miles an hour. He's back up to 380 and he's losing oil, so maybe let's go ahead and add some buildings. It's gonna add what, another 60 cargo? This is for 80 cargo. Can't really add those, it looks like. I can do the 60, I guess. And do some 30s. And little 40s, I guess. You can't squeeze those in. About the 10s. I could do a lot of 10s. 20s. Something like that. There we go. Now I can hold a whole lot more, so maybe now with the upgraded yard, we could actually have 2 oil trains going back and forth, which will be crazy, to say the least. Okay, the oil train's already on his way back, with again about 84 units of oil on them. So we're going to need a... Yeah, probably need a signal here if we're going to do that. We're up to 500 oil right here, so that's... Yeah, let's go ahead. Jeez, I can't believe we're doing this. Let's just double that oil train. Here he comes. These things are crazy. These ain't even a mile long yet, and that's the goal. I want to see how long of a train I can get. Can I get half a mile, a mile? I mean, right now we're about a quarter of a mile. Yeah, $6.5 million for that log train. Oh, we're so close to the food processing facility. Just has a little bit more to go, and then you can actually start upgrading to the next level. 375 units of food. Yeah, let's... Where's my food train? Phoenix is only getting 15. Let's see. I guess that makes sense. We're going to have to increase or maybe double our train. There he is. That's not him. It's not him either. There he is. Manage. He's got 10 cars on him now, so let's go ahead and add another 10. That should be about 140 capacity, I believe. And sooner or later, if we can support it, we might need another lumber train as well. And then I think on the next episode, when we get to that point, we're just going to have to leave this little peninsula. It's been so kind to us, so good to us with all the resources and literally the money coming in. Speaking of, I need to pay off my debts, I believe. And we still got the 7 million in debt, so let's just... We have the funds. Okay, debt no more. We got 27 million in the bank. So we're going to have to start figuring out what we're going to do next. Adding a train that can make... What was he doing before on his own? Yeah, about 3.5 million. Yeah, so maybe the... Oh, did you just hear that? The oil refinery just leveled up. Look at that. It's fancy looking. Okay, but now they can produce a lot more, and they can consume a whole lot more. That's just crazy to think about. To do that, though, we might actually add another platform so that way they don't, tie each other up too much down at the bottom of the hill. Can you actually add a second track onto a bridge? I haven't even tried that before. Does it? Oh yeah, you can actually add a double track onto a bridge. So we might do that. Or we split off up here, just have signals to tell us to stop, and have a dual track heading all the way into the oil yard, oil refinery, then put another dang oil train on the track with it. Configure, we're going to put some more, where are we at? No, we don't want miscellaneous, we want track, there we go. Oh, we could put it on the inside. Is it actually better, or... Let's see here. Okay, and then put this guy in like we were doing before. Go ahead and start deleting this side off the track. Okay, it doesn't delete the whole bridge, that's good. Kind of worried for a second there. Okay, so there's that. Let's go ahead and put a signal on both of these tracks heading back down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Are they one-way signals? Yes, they are. We want two-way signals. There we go. If I just stop hitting the exit button, or the escape button, I mean. Alright, well, we have a little bit of time left on this recording. Got about 15 minutes or so. What I might go ahead and try to do real quick, if I can, is go ahead and add a second train to our lumber line here before we call it a day. And to do that, how long was that train? It was like 1,000 some odd feet. So we're gonna have to make sure our sidings are at least 1,500 feet to fit them. And let's still use the same side of the station, so let's go ahead and throw down some track real quick. Track's not signals, come on. Oh, that was a glitch. There we go. And I don't think we need to signal it just yet, 'cause it's just one engine, one train on the track right now. But we are going to go, and I think keep the same pattern of 2,500 feet, 2,600 feet, so about a half a mile in between. I think that's been working out pretty good. I mean, or we could go just a full-on mile. That might be okay too. That's a lot of lumber. Holy cow. Wow, that's a lot of lumber. There's a food train coming down. He's fully loaded also, 140 tons of food. Okay, so what we're doing before that happened, oh yeah, it was expanding the track. We made it out to here. Let's then go another mile. Alright, we're almost there. I think this is going to be our last siding that we're about to build right here. We do have a little bit of a gap right here. I mean, I think that's fine. Yeah, so the main line's going to be the one coming up to the mill. Yeah, because it's the full train, so the main line, the big one's going to be the one going in. So let's go ahead and put a signal. It's going to be a one-way signal there. So that means a short track's going to be the one exiting. Okay, long track's going to be going to it, and then short track's exiting. Okay, so we can look at it and see that's about 5 miles, a little bit more than 5 miles long, because the station's right here. This is a 1,500 feet section, so that's 15, so that's 3,000, 4,500, 6,000, 7,500, so a mile and a half just on the siding tracks. Then we have 1 mile, 2, 3, 4. It's about 5, so about 6.5 miles, I think, if I did my math right. If I just, oh, there I am hitting escape. But it's about a 6.5 mile trip one way along the river. That's really cool. Yeah, we're sitting at 60 million right now, just messing with that little side train. And speaking of, I'm over here daydreaming. Where is our lumber train? Right here. Over here daydreaming about it. Manage vehicle. We're going to make a second one. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if we have enough. Putting 2 trains on this track might actually be a bad idea. Alright guys, so I think we've accomplished a little bit in this episode at least. I think we're over the 2-hour mark for recording. Okay, that train's already on his way back. We should have another train on his way up. We have 2 lumber trains. We might have actually bit off a little bit more than we could chew on this one, because before this guy got loaded, I noticed that we're actually running low on lumber. We only got 23 logs right now. Let's see. I don't even know. 157. We might be able to get a second train up here to help out, but we're going to have to see if we can do that on the next episode. Like I said, we're running a little bit long, but yeah, we doubled, or we didn't double the track. We added some sidings to our long north-south lumber rail, so that way we can, do a lot more with that. We added a fuel line, and it's a big one too. It goes all the way up this way, and there's one of the trains right there. It's a 20-something, let's see, 27 cars long, and it has a capacity of 189 gallons or 189 tons, however you look at it. But yeah, they're bringing in money like crazy. I got 2 of those fuel trains, and to support even more down the road, because we're making so much oil down on the bottom, we doubled up our fuel line up here. At the beginning of the episode, we didn't even have this. We started with 1. It was doing so good, we went ahead and did a second track, and currently we're thinking about adding at least 1 or maybe 2 more oil trains onto this line just to provide fuel to our refinery that's now level 2. But it is getting pretty close, the more that we add to it, that it can actually jump up and possibly get fully leveled up. We're transporting at 96%, but we're only making not even half, consistently not even half of what they need to level up a second time. Anyways, guys, yeah, that is episode 3, I believe this is. Everything is still going good. Everything's still running smoothly. Our food train, pretty sure we had this. We had the food train on the last episode, didn't we? I don't remember anymore. But our food train, it has actually increased to 140 tons, and he is struggling up this hill. One way to fix that is put a Baldwin Class 56 on him, which once he gets over the hill, we might do that, so we don't have to worry about stopping him or anything. So manage vehicle, we're going to replace, take the general off of there, and add a Baldwin. There we go, and it's going to be $1 million. Go ahead and add that, and that should definitely help his cause. We have a plastics factory, chemical plant, and I'm kind of happy the way this thing turned out. So the oil, refined oil, is going to come in from the left, go up this little teardrop, come into the refinery, drop off the refined oil, then it's going to come back around and then take the teardrop but reverse itself, and then come down and just merge on the track and enter the tunnel to this oil refinery right here. And this thing, like I said, it's huge. We got right there, it's about 700 gallons, 700 tons of oil waiting on us, so it can definitely support 2 more 27 or whatever it is car trains going up and down this line. But anyways, guys, this has been episode 3, and it's been not a money pit, but it's just been a money maker, I guess, is the easy way to say it, I guess. It's just been gold. But anyways, we need to figure out what we're going to do with this train on the next episode, and that's going to have to wait till another time. All right, guys, until then, have a good one. Bye.